So in this video, I'm going to show you how we can embellish these tags. So in this video, I'll not show you how to create these tags. That you can find out from my other videos. But in this video, after you have cut out your tags, we are going to embellish it with fabrics. Okay, so here I have my little basket full of scrap pieces of uh, fabrics. Oh, this is a bigger piece. This is not supposed to be here. So this has all the very small pieces. Okay, so these I sometimes these are all what comes out after I do some tearing of fabrics and stuff, and sometimes I also tear off little pieces and keep it here. Okay, so this has all sorts of fabrics, laces. This is also a lace. This is gauze and very few colorful fabrics. This is a fabric that I use for wiping off paints. So this is also a very beautiful fabric. This is also not supposed to be here, but it's here, so I'll keep it aside. And these are all the little you know fabric scraps that I've gathered over time. Some jute. This is dyed with coffee, gauze dyed with coffee, one of my favorites. And this is also from some, I think, cushion cover or something. um so yeah, so this is what I have. And I have two threads here, black and white. Mostly I like to use black and white, and these are the threads that I have. I have quite a few colors, but I don't use all of these, but I have it in front of me. If I want to use any other color, I will take out from this bag. Okay, so I am going to, pick things up from here, place it around and see what positioning I love, and then I'm going to glue it. So for gluing, I have a glue stick here, and I also have a little craft glue, which I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, but I'm just going to keep these aside. So that's all I need for this project: some scrap pieces of fabrics, my tags, and a few threads, and just gluing material. And so now I'm just going to place things around, move around, and see what I like, and then we will see how we can keep it all together. So first thing that I do is, go through this huge pile. It's quite big. If you look at it, so too many scraps, is I go through it and take out a few pieces that I absolutely love, because even so many are not going to go on these four tags, right? So I like to have a little selection out from here. And now I'm going to start working on these four. Okay, I'm not 100% satisfied with it, but I have kind of put some things down. We have to move forward. I cannot keep doing this forever. So this is somewhat what I have placed a few of the elements, and I'll start, sticking it together, and then I will see what more I can add to this. Okay, so I hope you're enjoying so far. This is a very simple, slow stitching method, which I absolutely enjoy. I just go quiet and just keep on stitching. It's a very simple run stitch. As you can see, I'm doing on this, um, small piece of fabric and keeping the ends loose because I'm going to glue it on top of it. So it's not going to come out, hopefully. See, so stitching is actually kind of a mark making. Instead of doing lines with pens or pencils, I'm just doing it with stitching. So it's just the same as any other form of mark making. And it looks so good. Just a little bit of contrast adding with black because most of my backgrounds are pretty light. Adding black just enhances them a lot. And now, since I have the black thread and needle, I was thinking, looking at this, you see these black dots that are there. So I'm thinking I'll add some more black dots with my black thread. So that is what I'm going to do here. And that I'm going to do with French knot. So if you don't know what a French knot is, you just take out your needle from one of the holes. Then with your left hand, you just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many you want to do. So the more number of times you know take the swing, it's the bigger your dots are going to be. And I'm just pushing it down and tighten this side, and you push it back and you get a beautiful black dot. Okay, so this one I did 5. Let me do 6. And especially since I'm doing on white, it's looking even more gorgeous. Bright contrast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see how big this one becomes. There you go. See, it's a little bigger. So I like to vary my dots, just like, in the splatters. Each of the splatters are of different diameter, right? And that is exactly what I like doing while doing my stitches as well. This one I want to do 4. Also, if you don't tighten it with the left hand, you get a different kind of knot. So this one I did not tighten. So I like to do all sorts of stuff. So let me show you one more. So here, so let's do this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now while pushing it down from here, you need to tighten this. If you don't tighten this, if this is loose, then it becomes like this. So this is also 4, this is also 4. But see, since I'm tightening it, it's going to come up very different than this. See? Okay, I'm just going to keep doing a few more. And I'm thinking of doing one here just to keep this together so that, this is stitched well. There are 2 fabrics here. I think this is looking good. I tend to overdo it sometimes and add a bit more because I have so many scraps of fabrics in front of me lying around. I just feel like adding more to them, but I think they are finished. Just two, more than two, I just feel sometimes becomes too much. Like this one has one, two, three, which is like maximum. And the only thing that I'm thinking is this one does not have any black much. So I was thinking if I could add some black to this. So I don't want to, interrupt this whiteness in the center. So I'm thinking I'll just add some black on the side. So this is another different kind of stitch that we get to do. This is a stitch that I haven't done much, but let me see. So you go from the top with a knot at the end, and when you pull it down, for the first one you go through this, it's a 6 ply, right? So just go through the middle and you make a knot like this, and from after that it's easy. So you go in again and just take it out from here. Okay, so just keep going in and pull it from underneath. I have just a little bit of thread left, so I think I'll go all the way as long it goes. Okay, I think that's it. You know what, I'm just going to tape it over here because I'm not able to make a knot here. Okay, I think it's looking good. That's enough of marking, I feel. I really want to add these lace as well. This is also one of my favorites, but I don't think I can overcrowd it. And then there is gonna a ribbon gonna come on the top, so that's gonna be a lot of fabric. This has a bit of color. You can of course do this with any other choice of colors, colorful threads if you want, but I kind of like this neutral look. I just feel like adding one last thing, maybe a little bit of stitch on here. And for that, I'm thinking, what if I add just a little bit of color, just for experimenting? I think I want to keep loose ends like this one. So let me just pull a little bit backwards. And maybe one more line. See, this color is going with this color theme, so it's looking really good. And I'm thinking, since I have this color, beautiful color, I'll just make a few fringe knots on this one. And I'm not making the knots too big, just keeping it 3. Because I don't want this to be too obvious. Don't want too many to be seen, too much to be seen. So just keeping it really small. These marks, they are kind of bluish green, so they are kind of representing the leaves because we are doing it in the vine area of the flower. So they are kind of representing the leaves in a beautiful abstract way. I think that's it. All right, so it's done. And now just to finish it off, what I like to do is, because this I have worked on a 140 GSM sketchbook paper. So it's not a very thick paper. So what I'll do is I will add, or rather like paste one cardboard sheet, a little stronger one, probably 200 GSM one, to make it strong like a tag. Okay, so I was looking at these tags and these first 3 looks complete to me. But for this one, I just feel like this area is a bit chaotic and I want to hide it. So I've selected 2 pieces of fabrics and I'm not too sure which one I want to place. But just I wanted to show you how I think about it. So I was thinking of placing something like this, so it goes with all of this, kind of lightening it. But then I found this piece of black fabric. It's a plain black fabric and I've stamped white acrylic on top of this. And I was thinking if I should add this is making it look more bold. So I think I don't really do something like this, something that looks this bold. So I was thinking I will just add something like this and see, nice to have like one little darker bolder pieces along with this kind of light calmer neutral thing. And I'm also thinking of adding probably this one over here, or will it be too much? I don't know. Okay, I think I won't do that. I'll just add this one and leave it like this. Yes, I think this looks perfect. Okay, here is a piece of cardstock, I think 200 GSM or something. And the way I do this is I place my this template that I have, which is what I used for creating these tags as well. But if you already have a tag, then you can use that. But this is the way I like doing it. So I'll just place it on the edge. And cut it out. Okay, so I've cut out the 4 pieces of tags and now I'm just going to glue it behind each of these. Okay, so the cardstock are glued, so the tags are pretty stiff, like how tags are supposed to be. It's not perfect at the back, but it's very neat, and it's also hiding all the stitches, stitch marks, and everything. So that is pretty cool. So I just need to keep it for some time with some pressed object so that it stays stuck. But I really love the neat back. Okay, so now I have a distress ink here, and I'm just going to, add a little bit of finishing touch to this whole thing by coloring the edge. So wherever there was a little bit of gap showing between the glued pieces, this inking actually, dissolves those blanks and makes it look like one. Next, I'm going to add some ribbons. So here are some fabric stash again that I have. And I was thinking of doing some whites as well, but I'm not too sure if I have a lot of white. Even maybe one piece of black will be good. So let me just choose from this fabric stash the colors that I want to do. Okay, so I've spent a few minutes and selected these few. One, two, three, four. I was thinking of adding some color, but then I was not really liking it with this color that I have on the tags. So yes, these four are the ones that I have selected. Okay, now we don't have any holes on the tag, right? And the way I do that is I have an awl which is for book binding, and I'm just going to use this and make a hole, kind of eyeball it in the center and make a hole over here a little bit below so that this does not tear. But anyway, since we have the backing, it's not going to tear because it's very strong after the backing. So let me look at the center and say it's pretty hard. There you go. Now the more you push, the bigger the hole becomes. So I think this is a decent size. So how easy was that? You see, you don't have to buy tags if you can do it this way. Simple, have your own template using which you can cut out tags, paint a paper, cut out tags, decorate it, and put a backing. And it's done. Look at how beautiful tags we have created. Now we can call it finished right now, or what I like to do is basically I like using these tags in my art journal for writing. So that is why I like a clean back so that I can use it for writing. So I'm just going to create some lines which is basically will help me for writing. And instead of doing some boring lines with pen, I like to do it with watercolor. So that is what I will do now. Okay, and the watercolor has dried, and I have some beautiful pieces of tags with writing space in it. And I think it's gorgeous. It's so much better than writing on a blank page or just lines with pens, right? All right, so let's have a look at them. So I hope you learned that just by adding a few minor fabric scraps and embellishments, how you can, jazz up your plain tags to some gorgeous pieces of art. And I love how this came about, and I can't wait to write on them and keep them in my journal. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you liked it and if you are going to give it a try and how it turns out. You can also tag me on Instagram if you create something and share it. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.